I was at this facility outpatient in 2003. That's I believe the first time clinically I was diagnosed as bipolar 2 disorder. Had a breakdown. Uh, was working at Mount Olivet Cemetery. Oh, sorry, this is just too much. Too much for one video, too much for one day, actually, That's why I'm all over the place. Anyway, actually, I was in the kitchen cooking and just something. I was thinking about something. Yeah, I was making fun of people at Mount Olivet my first week or 2 weeks. I can, I see them and I can mimic them. That's what it is. It's a mimic. It's an impression, but word for word and their facial mannerisms and exactly like that. I mean, if some of you think that's evil, what about the creepy things they do? I don't think that's evil. They just I make fun of them, and a lot of things come up, which they are. But whatever. I don't do it in like a demonic, creepy, haunting, and possessing you kind of way. I pick up a lot of stuff, uh, and that means that I learn by your behavior and your actions. And yeah, a lot of sometimes it's an intuition, it's like a sense. But a lot of times I just I hung out with you, I talked to you, whatever, and I can mimic you. Anyway, long story goes, that was 2002. I started working in Mount Olivet, Elizabeth. That's when I started. And there's this guy named Frank there. He was an Irish guy. He had a Corvette, which the story goes someone else had. I think I talked about it already. I did. Anyway, I made fun of him, mimicked him. This guy named Benjamin Kalura. He was the supervisor or the boss. His wife actually ran that cemetery. Cemetery. She was the real boss, at least to my knowledge. Catholic cemetery. Yeah. Back then, I thought I was or something. I don't know. Anyway, the fast forward a year later, a lot of things happen, especially that guy Frank and the guy Victor, which I talked about the last video. Yeah, Manny was there when I made that joke. I made fun of him too. A lot of stuff I made fun of Manny wasn't true. He didn't struck me as like a criminal low life. We didn't speak too much. He only spoke Spanish to me. But there was a lot of aggravation there, tension in the work to begin with, like a lot of places are. Anyway, fast forward a year later. I end up at Huntington Medical Center in Flemington, New Jersey, outpatient, living in my Uncle Stanley's house, which I didn't even want to go there. It was just like, what am I doing here? But then I felt like, I was paranoid, like someone's going to set me up, I'm going to go to prison or something. It haunted me. A lot of things haunted me. I was just fear like you wouldn't believe, and like, paranoia to the highest extent, you know? So when I go there, and, there's a lot of. I'll get into the whole Hunter Medical Center outpatient program, psychiatric outpatient program. How sarcasm, by the way, for the rest of the idiots that don't understand. They weren't. Professional to say the least. Most of them very unprofessional. Yeah, I think I actually got hit by one of the counselors there. I told her what I thought about her too. I mean, it's like she just didn't care about anything. And a lot of counselors I met in my life, especially therapists and psychological, they give you enough what they read in the books, or they just don't care to begin with. And the things we were doing were just like breaking down personality, this and that. It was all right. I learned some things, but it was just like the people that were there, I knew them from somewhere. I knew them from a lot of places. Not that story. This girl Teresa goes in a group. I remember making a joke about, she was used to say, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I remember making a joke about, picture of Brad Pitt in a McDonald's drive-thru, and like, I'm not gonna say the joke word for word right now. Probably could rehearse it, but it went like, he would just fall in love with the drive-thru girl because she gave him nice, salty McDonald's fries. And his beautiful wife would be like, Brad, what are you doing? They're good, and I got extra barbecue sauce. I don't know if I would do that in real life, but that's some crazy, stupid stuff that I would do to someone I didn't like, or maybe just for jokes. Anyway, so she didn't say that anymore, and it got a little tense. Some people laughed, some people thought it was hilarious. Yeah, a female, a woman could cook, and like, are you gonna fall in love with her? You gonna be with her because she could cook? I get it. It's a good quality to have, but there's other tangible aspects of personality and all sorts of things. whether defects or plus or upsides, right? Anyway, the time goes on, and she was just like, we should go and hang out, Teresa, and I don't want to talk to her. But later, yeah, I exchanged numbers, and we did hang out. We went to see a movie. Yeah, I guess it was a date, right? Anyway, she told me she was in there. She had a compulsive disorder about buying stuff whenever she felt bad. She was cutting herself. Except I didn't see marks on her. I had mine. I didn't want to point that out because you could cut lightly and it will heal. But I wasn't too sure. So we go into this movie, which it was a Bridgewater Commons. I used to work there a couple years ago. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. And I was like, oh man, I kind of want to go in there. Don't want to get out. Let's go in there. And her shoe fell off and her strap broke. And I thought it was fake. It would just look fake. And she was like, oh my God, how am I going to walk now? Uh, Actually, that was before the movie. Before the movie, we went in. And I don't know. I was just like, look, well, let's just go in and you'll fix this. Later, we were in a movie. This whole thing that happened. And I got, she's like, I have to buy a new boot. I can't go like that. My foot's going to hurt or something. So we're in the store and I actually paid with my Discover her new pair of shoes. Some boots. I don't know how much they cost. I was like, all right, well, whatever. It just didn't I don't know. It just didn't dawn on me. Like, am I, making it worse for her? Like, because she's a shopaholic now. That's what she was. She shops because she feels bad. I mean, I do that too. I buy myself stuff too when I feel about it. It's an uplifting mood, but I just felt creeped out. It's like, why are you even messing with me like that? Anyway, I think it was, that day. I don't know. We were returning. I guess returning, it was dark already, and we were returning, and we went on the highway. I don't know. She went farther down or something. It was around White House Station, I believe, something like that. And I remember it was raining. It just rained, and she was driving. There was another car. I think it was a red car, and like she was trying to drive fast, but she didn't know it was automatic. She just didn't know how to drive. I think I told her, it just rained. You should just relax because it's slippery. I mean, I like to drive fast. I like fast drive, but when it rains or snows, I don't drive like that. And I don't remember. I don't remember the detail right now, word for word, and what was said. But I remember driving there. I heard a pop. Like a like that. I was like, what the fuck was that? Wasn't a gun? What was that? And I don't think I knew, because if I knew what would have happened, I think what happened was there was a car accident. That red car. I would have told her to stop. I would have stopped. Let's see what's going on. And we just drove. I don't remember if I knew or didn't know. But fast forward a couple years later, I met this girl named Kim. Just so happens, people that go into my life, they told me these stories, and I have something to do with it. I was there, and I should be aware of. It's that stereotype of the Illuminati. Like, they give you, like, the demonic devils. They give you little bits and pieces, and they always look at me and look at you like that, like, oh, you're not aware of that. And I put it later together. This girl Kim, which I think she was a relative of the guy Frank. Now I'm not 100% sure. They were both like they're Irish descent, so maybe not. Their facial mannerisms, the way they talk, they look very similar. She said that she had a rich cousin or something. I don't know. Anyway, um, she told me that story, and she told me she was full of herself. Basically, she was arrogant. She still was when I met her. I don't think you could change arrogance. You could suppress it, but it was coming out a little bit. But she was acting like, I guess she was trying to say she was acting douchey and like disrespectful and all that. And after the car accident, it taught her a lesson. Yeah. She was still driving fast with a kid in the back. Not too reckless. She was okay. But, it's like, I put it back later together. So, what were you doing there on the highway? And, like, you live from upstate New York. Was your cousin there? And it just so happens that I was with this girl you were next. And I still don't 100% sure. Because I remember texting her. I want to know the details. But, it's like, and also it's like, did it help you? Did that car accident help you? You know? I mean, that and just like all these people in my life, it's just, it's not too, much to add up. It took me some time, but it is creepy and disturbing. I wonder how many people had that in their life over and over and over again. And it's like, the fact that this girl, she probably knew it was a car accident. And she didn't stop, she just drove was weird. I didn't. And right now, yeah, I probably still would have, but things are